And the guys who bring this to us, Mr. Green and his crew, are brilliant at helping you out. So you'll get some contact details when you get your machine through. So you'll get 2 pieces, which are these, okay? And these are the ability for you to create your holes. So what you'll have is you'll have lots of the fittings will have screw ends to them, and they go in the top because you've got a little screw fixing in there, and you will literally pop it in there. You can just locate it. I mean, you can knock it to one side if you want, and you just screw those in place like so. Okay, so you just keep screwing it, just finger tight. You don't need to use any tools or anything like that. You just put that in place, and that's there. It's not moving any further than it needs to. So that's that. Next one that you've got is this one here, and it's a good solid, you can hear it, good solid base. That is going to go in the bottom. Now there's no screw fixing for the bottom. It literally will sit there, and you can see it's slightly narrower on the base to the lid. Then that just literally will just drop straight in there like so. And then this is going to become the first stage of pretty much anything that you're using it for. So it's a 3mm hole that it's going to cut, and that will allow you to use pretty much any of the rivets or whatever the different features are that you're working with this. So on the sewing machine, I never seem to get them in the right position, but with these you've got the exact precision. So I've put my little mark there, which is where I'm going to put my rivet, and it would be a case of that if I was doing a garment, I would put them at, I don't know, 2-inch, 3-inch, whatever intervals you wanting to put them at. So then you will bring this in, and you've almost got like a little mark already that gives you kind of an idea of where you're going to put your fabric. But you would just bring your fabric with the little dot that you've put just into the kind of area where you're needing to put that in place. It's a bit tricky to show you because as soon as we look over the top, you can't see what I'm doing, but you'll put it in place like so, and you'll line it up, and hopefully you'll be able to see. I'm going to turn it, can I turn it around that way because of me being right-handed, and I didn't realise I'd put it the wrong way around. So all you would do is you basically bring that down so far. Now, I don't go like rushing to cut the hole. I just usually turn my head to the slight side and then just have it in position. So if I tilt this away from you, hopefully you'll be able to see that it's roughly in the ballpark there. So I've got my little dot there, and then I will put that over like so. So I've got 2 layers of 8-ounce denim that we sell on the website here, which is a lighter weight denim, to be fair. But you could use it on things like your PU if you're wanting to as well. This point is just the pressure. So a little bit of construction when you actually get this home. So it is a case that you just got to put the handle in place. I think the rest of the machine was it. Yeah, the rest of the machine was built. It was just the handle. And then you're just going to press down. So a good solid kind of push. And there's the tiniest of movements there. But what has actually happened is there has been a little hole that's been cut. So you will see that you've got a little hole that appears. You might need to just take that little bit of fabric away just to clear, but I must admit I don't always. Just poke it through, and that is where you are going to be putting your rivet or your press stud or your magnet or whatever it is that you use. Now, I tend to use it a lot with regards to the press stud. So you've got those to start with. So at home, I've actually got one of those like compartment boxes. So I keep those 2 together in one little compartment because they always work together, those 2. So you can put those in. And the rivet, the press studs, which is the one that I use most, these are kind of made up of 4 dies. So these are what are called S-springs. And the way that you know that is when you're actually working with this little tool here, which has got the screw cap, so we know it goes into the top. That has got like a little kind of spring element in there. You can just see it there passing around the collar there. I just need to put another little hole in there, so I'm not precious about where it is, but just that simple little press there, and it's cut that hole through. And again, you can just poke it through if you want to with a pen or something like that. So I've done my holes, 2 holes. Press stud, you will need 2 holes, and what I will often do on a garment, when I've put 1 hole, I will put my pen through and mark where I need the corresponding piece to go, so I know it's all lined up perfectly. So I'm going to come in with the press stud cap. Now the press stud cap is the one, that bit there, the shiny one. So that is on the outside. On the inside, you've kind of got your popper. So that's the bit that I'm going to be doing next. So I'm going to do it with the gold on this occasion. So on these tools, I've got little sticky labels. So I've put number 1 on the bottom, and I've put number 2 on the top, which is going to be, is it that one? It's that one. I think it's that one. So I've got the gold tone here, so I'm just going to screw that in place there. I'm hoping, because the confidence of the numbers has made me forget to look at what I'm actually using. So that's the downside of it, I suppose. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cap. So the cap is going to go smooth side down. So that is going into the piece that I've put a little sticker on that says number 1. You then are going to put the right side of your fabric down. So let me just pop that down there. So both layers of your fabric, like so. Then the other part of it, and this is again where I've got my little pot. In my little pot, I keep these two together in one of the little sections. So I've got my cap and I've got the base, because I know, again, those two work together. So I've already put that one underneath. So this one is going to sit on top. Now, in theory, it can sit in the top there, although what I often do is just place it down. So, in fact, it's done it already. It's kind of held it in place. So you have to imagine the scenario that you've got. So in the scenario, that would be the right side of my fabric. So the wrong side of the fabric, your press stud needs to go in right side up. And then all you will do is pull that down and give it a little press. And then there you go. Okay? So that, at home, I've done this on a little piece of calico. So I've written 1 there, and on the flip side I've put 2. So I've got a little piece of fabric that I keep within my box. So I know, because I've put sticker 1 on that, I know that is going to do that job. And I've put sticker 2 on the other one. So let me just pull that through. Or unscrew it, should I say. So that is number 2. So I put the sticker on there that says 2, because then I know that those two work together. And again, I put them in another little section of my little storage box, because they're friends and they work together. So that's that, okay? Where were we? So we've done step 1 and step 2. So these two little babies that we've got here, I would put the sticker of 3 on there, 3 on there, and then number 4 up on the top there. So that goes up like that. So that would be number 3, that would be number 4. And then I would just come in with the corresponding parts of my poppers. So with this, you just got to bear in mind what's got to go next. So here you go. That is going to go naturally to that. So I know that's going to be facing up. So I'm going to pop, that's got to go up there, because that's going to be, whoops-a-daisy, sitting on the top. So that's going into number 4, if you imagine this has got a sticker on there. And the corresponding piece for that one is this one that's got a little slightly longer piece. So again, when I've got these sitting in my little plastic tub, I separate them up and keep those two together so as I know that they work together. The tallest one is going to sit on the bottom like so. And I know that that one is going to be sitting on the top of the fabric like that, so I know that my fabric has to go that way round, because when I pull the handle down, the little popper is going to come through. Now, I haven't lined up my little holes. Hold on, there we go. Operator error. Just line up those. Where's my little pen? Because I've moved my fabric round. There we go. So there we go, pop that in there, there we go, all lined up. So all I do then is pull the handle down, give it a little squeeze. Doesn't have to be Popeye type squeeze. And in fact, if you squeeze it too hard, then what you'll find is you'll actually damage the kind of hardware that you work in. So now on my little reference piece at home, that was in the top part, so that was number 4. And that one is in the bottom part, which was number 3. So now I've got a reference that I can come back to. So if I forget, I know when I'm doing that part, I need the tools numbered 1 and 2. And here you've got tool 3 and 4. And then basically it all comes together like so. There you go.